Welcome back to LUTE Labs. In the previous couple of videos, we discussed how to toggle the XR system within LUTE, placing objects using that system and interacting with them using various ludic orders. Within this video, we'll discuss actually how to anchor these objects at locations and how this works on the mobile device. For now, let's jump into the editor to discuss it further. Okay, so welcome back to the editor. Again, we're still in the same scene. However, we've got two different nodes here. One called toggle map, which, as we've looked at in previous videos, toggles the map on or off. In this case, we'll be toggling the map on. And obviously to do so, we've got our location-based games and our map-related objects in our scene as we have discussed in previous videos. Secondly, we have a new node called AR location. Essentially what this will do is toggle XR and place our classic AR cylinder in our simulated XR environment in the editor. The key difference here is that we are activating this node using the onLocation event handler. So it will only work when the player reaches a specific location. And as such, the object will be spawned at the player's location. So there's no need to do anything too fancy here. It's the same interactions and orders we've been using before. The key difference here is that we will be tying it to a specific location and activating it only when the player reaches that location. So let's take a look at this at runtime. Now again, you can play this in the editor and test it. And we always need to make sure that if we do, and we're using map components, the key thing we have triggered on our flow engine is the demo map mode here. So we can then drag our map and our player target in the center will move with it. We can go up to our location here, which they will update because we have tied it to we have reached the location, so the status of that location was now updated. And nothing happens because we're waiting for, as we see here, the press to happen. So when we press this, our XR environment has been loaded, and we need to look around for the object to be spawned onto a plane, just as we looked at in the first video that we did for the XR system. And I think if we then create a new node during runtime, add the toggle XR, make sure this toggle is off, and then execute this node, you go back to the map. So you can see how toggling XR on and off is useful within the game. What this does when on mobile is turn the camera on or off. So essentially what you'll be seeing is the map on the screen, XR will be toggled. You'll have to use the phone camera to look around to ensure that a plane is detected. And as we mentioned, we can detect planes horizontally or vertically. So maybe you want to look at a wall or a floor. Once that plane has been detected, we can then use the place object on plane order to place a specific object on that plane, and then we can interact with it using the touch controls on the screen. Further on, we might want players to interact with our object using a puzzle or using any interaction at all, and we can do that using the orders we've discussed, the interactive XR or an image tracking or the XR drag interaction puzzle-esque type order as well. Then, once they've completed the puzzle, we may want to toggle the XR off so the players can then see the map and go to the next location. And to do so, we simply toggle the XR off using the order and making sure the toggle is set to false here. Using this on the phone at a real location, the environment that they will be seeing is the real world around them. So if you do this at a specific location like we have done, that object and that interaction will be seen at that specific location in the real world. Okay, so that wraps up the extended reality system in a rather brief nutshell within LUTE. We covered how to use the XR system, how to toggle XR, how to place objects on planes and what that actually means, the key differences between testing in the editor and on mobile. We looked at specific ludic orders related to the XR system, how to use them again on the phone or in the editor, and then how to tie this all to a specific location using the on-location event handler that we've discussed in previous videos. We hope this gives you some brief insight in how the XR system works within LUTE, and we hope that you can take this and extend it further so your games can have intricate, complex, and engaging XR or augmented reality systems in your own game. Thanks for watching with LUTE Labs, and I'll see you in the next one.